Hello dear teachers and my dear students, I am Srinivasa Prasad, teacher in social science. Today I am before you to teach one of the lessons in 9th standard, particularly in economics. I welcome you all to Samveda classes. Dear 9th standard students, come on, open economics branch in social science, and I am teaching you the second lesson in economics, chapter number 2, human resource. Dear students, you have already learnt natural resource as the first lesson, and now I am teaching you the second lesson, that is human resource. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the meaning and importance of human resource, understand the characteristics of India's population. In addition to that, you also understand the concept of demographic transition and understand the role of reproductive and child health in improving the quality of population. All these concepts you learn here. At the end of the lesson, let us know the textbook exercises, both fill in the blanks and question answers. Dear students, now I will take you to the lesson population, that is human resource. What is population? Population is a wealth. Like other natural resources like forest resource, water resource, mineral resource, population is considered as the wealth of a country. The educated people, the alert people definitely can bring positive changes in the nation, and the nation's success or failure depends on the people and their participation in day-to-day life. What is population, dear students? Population means the people living in a country constitute the population of that country, which consists children, adults and senior citizens. So, this is population. Then what is the classification of population that we do? I do accept that all the people in a country form population of that country, but there is classification. People under the age of 14 years are considered as children. People between the age group of 15 to 60 years, they are called adults, and above 60 years they are called senior citizens. Now, what is human resource? Dear students, if the people are qualitative, if the people are able to create asset for the nation, they are called human resource. People with knowledge, skill and abilities to produce something form human resource of that country. So, people are not burden, people are not bane, people are resources, people are wealth of the nation. Let us see the human capital concept. Dear students, human capital is very important. If good education, training and health facilities are given to the people, then they are human resources. I repeat again, if good education, training and healthy facilities, all sorts of health facilities are provided to the human resource, they can be transformed into human capital. People possess the capacity to increase the national income, per capita income, and thereby transform society from underdeveloped to developing, from developing to developed. So, they are called human capital. So, what is the importance of health and education here? Dear students, if people are healthy, definitely they can involve in day-to-day activities and produce more. If those healthy people are given proper training and education, they can invest more, they can learn more, they can invent and discover a lot and contribute for the development of nation. Therefore, governments work towards providing good education and health facilities to their citizens. So, education and health are very important. Let us see the importance of health and education here. If higher investment is made on education and health of children, they will be able to earn better in their lifetime. So, they can even make valuable contribution to the society. So, dear students, healthy people and educated people form human capital. So, let us see, the government works towards providing good education as well as good health facilities to the population. Then only the good education and good health facilities create human capital in the nation. Let us see people as resource. Dear students, if healthy people are found in the nation, national income automatically goes high. If there are ill healthy people, if 70 to 80% of people are aged, sick or ill healthy, national income also comes down. Low national income is resulted. So, human resource occupies greater importance in the production of goods and services than natural resources and material resource. You may have natural resources and material resource, but what if the human resource itself is not proper? If the human resource itself is not up to the mark, what is the use of having natural resource and other material resource? Therefore, human resource is equally important with that of natural resources. Human resource provides the skill and workforce needed for the production. In order to produce something, we require people with skills, education. So, healthy people with education and skills can do a lot. So, human resource provides the skills and workforce needed for the production. Then what is workforce, dear students? Workforce is very simple. The people who work in various jobs in the field of agriculture, industry, tertiary sector, etc. are referred to as workforce. So, let us see the contribution of human resource. Dear students, today this online education like electricity, televisions, radio, computers, mobiles, all electrical and electronic appliances, all are invented by human being only. This is the contribution of human resource. After knowing all this, let us know whether population is a boon or bane. Boon here ವರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್. ಬೇನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಶಾಪ ಅಥವಾ ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಬೂನ್ ಆರ್ ಬೇನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ಫೀಲ್? ಡು ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಕರ್ಸ್? ಡು ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಬೇನ್? or you consider population as a boon, advantageous? Let us discuss that in this class. Dear students, population is a boon or bane? Let us see. Population as a boon, it is an advantage. It is advantageous. How we know? If the existing people of a country are resourceful, knowledgeable, with skills and updating their skills from time to time and contributing for the development of nation, definitely population becomes boon. Till now, India's large population was considered as burden, but now that concept is gone. That is thing of past. Now it is being viewed as resource. Population is being viewed as resource. It is possible to convert the people into productive asset if proper education and proper health is provided, and proper training is also required. However, it is better if the population of a country is not very huge. 130 crore population we have, and it is little bit higher than the capacity of the nation. Characteristics of population include features related to size, composition, density, growth and quality of population, etc. To have basic understanding of the population problem of a country, one should have complete knowledge regarding the basic features of population of that country, how the population is distributed, what is the geographical, what is the social, what is the climatic condition, all these to be referred. Okay. Now let us see what is census. Dear students, the head count of people in a nation is called census. Census is in Kannada Janaganati, counting of people, the head count of people in a nation. This census is done once in 10 years. Once in 10 years it is conducted. According to 2011 census report, we had 121 crore 121.1 crore population, and we stand second in the world in population next to China. As we see in this picture, the present population of India and China, India has 125 crore approximately as on today's date, and China is having 140 crore population, that is the present population of these two neighboring nations. So, India and China's population is almost touching 270 crore population in the entire world. So, it is large in size. India's population is very large in size and also growing at the faster pace, right. Every sixth person in the world is an Indian, keep this in mind. This is going to be a situation called population explosion, dear students. We are in the second stage of demographic transition. What is that, dear students? That means the population, the birth rate is going high, the birth rate is increasing, whereas the death rate is lower. That is what, dear students, we have the second stage of demographic transition. India is now passing through the second stage of demographic transition, where the death rate is lower, birth rate is higher, leading to the population explosion. The birth rate in 2010-11, it was 22.1 and the death rate was just 7.2 per thousand people. Now let us understand what is density of population. Density of population is the number of people living per square kilometer of a geographical area. That means how many people are living per square kilometer in a nation, that shows the density of population of that area, right. So, India's density of population is also rapidly rising. India is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. Next to China, we have 382 persons per square kilometer as per the census report of 2011. That means for every single square kilometer, we have 382 average people living in this country. India occupies 2.4% of the total land area in the world, but supports 16.7% of the total world population here. World's 16% population, that means 16.7% of population are in India only. Now let us see the other feature of India's population, unfavorable sex ratio. Sex ratio refers to the number of females per 1000 males. For every 1000 male, how many female are there? If we see the statistics of 2011 census, India had 943 female for every 1000 male. This is also an unfavorable sex ratio. Let us see, this census also revealed that bottom heavy age structure. What is that bottom heavy age structure? That means the age composition of Indian population is bottom heavy. That means more number of children or huge percent of population is found between 0 to 14 years. According to 2011 census, children below 14 years were 30.7%. This is somewhat very high. It can be reduced by slowing down the birth rate. Let us see the predominance of rural population. Out of this population, 65% of India's population live in rural areas and they are directly or indirectly connected to agricultural activity. Dear students, let us continue to know one more feature of India's population, that is predominance of rural population. Indian population is predominantly rural in nature with 68.8% of people living in our rural areas. The quality of population can be judged from the education, skills and health level of people. So, low quality of population is also seen. Most of the people are illiterates, they are not updating their skills. Still the traditional method of agriculture, traditional method of cottage and small scale industry only have become main occupation of them. So, they have not updated. So, low literacy level is one of the chief features of India's rural population. So, as per 2011 census, 74% of the people were literate, indicating more than 31 crores of people were still unable to read and write. Female literacy was still lower, just 65% of female were able to read and write by 2011. Low level of education and training is also one of the features of India's population. That means the number of persons enrolled for higher education as percentage of population in age group between 20 to 25 years, it is just 20.4% in 2012, which is comparatively very low for the developing nations. So, the number of doctors and engineers, if you say, for every 1000 people, right, the number of doctors were only 0.7, whereas engineers were 210. So, this shows low level of training and education and higher education. Now, I will take you to one more concept called life expectancy. What is life expectancy, dear students? Life expectancy is the number of years a person is expected to live life. How many years a person is going to survive, that is taken as an average. The average number of years of a person's lifespan in a nation. For example, we have 65.5 years in India. 65.5 years is the average lifespan of Indians, whereas in Russia it is up to 78, 79 years. If you go to Norway, you will find up to 80, 81 years of life expectancy. It all because of the quality food that we intake, the nutritious food and quality potable water and healthy atmosphere and pure air we breathe. Moreover, proper awareness about health and hygiene. Dear students, all these concepts make a person to live longer. So, in India, we have low life expectancy. Life expectancy in India is just 65%, 65.8 years. The low work participation rate is also one of the features of India's population. The ratio of working population to the total population is referred to as work participation rate, which is low. This rate is very low in India. It is just 39.8% of people are participating in the productional activity as per 2011 report. Rest of all the people are non-working population, which is burden to the nation because they are only consuming and not producing, and they are not becoming asset of the nation. So, that is what the problem. So, let us see the impact of overpopulation. Overpopulation is resulting in number of problems. First of all, agriculture is overcrowded. 65% of the people depend on agriculture for their main earning. Low per capita income, low standard of living, high slum population, unemployment, underemployment, all these are the impact of overpopulation in developing nation like India. So, let us see the demographic transition. There is a close relationship between economic development and population growth. If you want to develop the nation, then population must be qualitative. That means population must be resourceful. As a country progresses in economic development, the growth rate of its population declines. This process is described through the theory of demographic transition. Because of awareness, because of education, people begin to have one or two children at home. So, this is what, dear students, as the country progresses in economic development, the growth rate of its population declines. That is very important. The transition of demographic features is observed to be falling in three distinct phases, namely backward stage, developing stage and developed stage. These are the three levels of demographic transition. Now, let us see backward stage. In backward economy, health facilities are lagging and people lack awareness about the advantages and even means of birth control. People are also superstitious and bound by customs and traditions, and they don't follow any advisors, so they just consider children as gift of God. Let us see the developing stage of demographic transition. As the economy starts growing, the government provides better education and health facilities, and epidemics are brought under control. Due to this, the death rate will decline steeply and the quality of life also increases. Now let us see the developing stage. On the other hand, the birth rate continues to remain high or decline very slowly. Because of very high birth rate and steeply falling death rates, the population growth tends to be higher. India is presently said to be in the second stage of demography. So, that is what demographic transition. Let us see one more concept of developed stage in the demographic transition. When a country attains developed status, all the people are educated, well aware of. So, they are well informed and everyone gets health and hygiene facilities. Due to this knowledge, due to this awareness, the death rates will fall further and birth rates too will fall to some extent, resulting in very low population growth. This is the condition of developed stage of demographic transition. So, let us see the impact of development. If the development is taking place, definitely people get the facilities like health and education, and awareness comes to the mind, and population growth gets affected. Health is an important asset of humans. Good health improves not only the quality of life of people, but also the quality of their work too. Therefore, if rapid economic development has to be achieved, the health of the people should be improved. So, the quality of population means healthy people and good educational background and proper training, skill oriented training. So, the quality of population depends on greatly on the number of children born and their health. Healthy children are more likely to grow a healthy adults and contribute more to the growth of economy of a country. Here, women's health is also important, because if the development is not engendered, it is endangered. That means women's health is equally important, and we say 45% of the pregnant women in India are anemic. So, pregnant women are delivering anemic children only. So, what sort of contribution they do for the growth of nation? Therefore, health of the women, health of their kids are very, very important. Especially the women health is very vital, because it is they who nurture the child before and after the delivery. It is they who nurture the child before and after the birth of the child. If the women are healthy and disease free, so the children also will be disease free. So, medical facilities are to be provided. Government of India, Government of Karnataka have given many number of medical facilities to women. Provision of medical facilities, immunization against infections, nutrition supplements, delivery under medical supervision can make a lot of difference, and all these are seen in our primary health care centers. As a result, the government efforts in improving the health care to all, maternal mortality rate has declined from 398 maternal deaths for every 1000 live births in 1997-98 to just 267 in 2012. That means maternal death has been reduced considerably from 398 to just 168. This is an achievement. Even infant mortality rate also has come down. This is also a notable achievement only. It was earlier 80 deaths, now it has come down to just 47. Malnutrition is also one of the reasons for why children are dying at the very early age. India is taking all the measures to provide at least 2 meals a day. Midday meal schemes have been started in order to strike out malnutrition problem. So, let us see the study of population growth. The International Institute for Population Studies shows that 40% children below the age of 5 years were underweight in 2008 and 9. It is mainly because of malnutrition. Let us see the National Health Policy of India. National Policy of India aims to improve health care, family welfare and nutritional service of the people. So, the government has taken number of comprehensive measures to improve the health facilities of the rural and urban people. What is the impact? It has resulted in the participation of more number of people in the workforce, and it has reduced the maternal mortality rate as well. Let us see measures initiated under the National Health Mission. First of all, Janani Suraksha Yojana is designed to take care the health of pregnant women. 24/7 free ambulance services are also introduced by the government of Karnataka, which has helped in attaining higher institutional delivery rates. Strengthening of sub-centers, primary health centers, community health centers and district hospitals providing 24/7 basic and comprehensive child delivery and care services are also introduced. This is one of the measures taken to promote the health of women and children. And you might have heard about ASHA. This ASHA, that is an organization of women supporting women during the time of delivery and even post delivery. So, they are taking care of women during their pregnancy. Engagement of accredited social health activists, ASHAs, to facilitate accessing of health care services by the community. Health and nutrition education to promote dietary diversification, inclusion of iron rich food as well as food items that promote iron absorption. All these are suggested to the rural women through the activists of ASHA. The fifth one, achieving universal immunization through vaccination programs to protect children against many life-threatening diseases. Management of nutrition by providing nutritional supplements to pregnant women and children too. The Integrated Child Development Service ICDS has also contributed positively to this program. Now, let us see the impact. These measures have contributed in improving the health of women and children, and also it has considerably reduced the maternal mortality and also infant mortality. Dear students, this is about the lesson number 2 in economics, population as resource or human resource. Dear students, in this chapter you learnt the meaning and importance of human resource. You also understood the characteristics of India's population and also demographic transition and its features. More number of topics you have learnt in this concept. Hope you have very well understood. Now it is the time for exercises given in your textbook. Dear students, all these are fill in the blanks given in your textbook. Read the textbook once and answer all these fill the blanks. These are all fill in the blanks given in your textbook, and these are the question answers. Who are the people identified as working people? What is meant by human resource? What was India's population according to 2011 census? In 2011, India's birth rate was 22 and death rate was 6. What is the population growth rate? What was the population density of India according to 2011 census? So, all these are the questions given in your textbook. These are the questions you need to answer in 5 to 6 sentences. Dear students, hope you have very well understood, and now I give you a project work. Visit a village and conduct the census there. Classify the population by gender and calculate the sex ratio. So, this is a project work for you given in the textbook. Hope you will do it and understand the lesson better. I wish you all the best, dear students. Thank you.